exactly.
Um, but yeah,
It would have been smart to do that. I have no idea why Sylvia didn't. I was told, or we were all told, that she didn't like Hold On. So Denny and Tommy had to get behind promoting that song. And then
mm.
later she comes along and says, "Oh, I knew you guys were going to be a hit. I knew it was." It's like, what are you talking about? You didn't even like it. So don't lie now. Don't say that you knew that we were going to be a sensation. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you didn't like the song. Um, but it was like, it was so incredible that how do you not like that song?
Yeah.
The acapella into the beat was just so different and it's so new, and I didn't like it either. I because we had been used to hearing those two songs separate from one another. So we had
Mm,
Who's Loving You, the acapella part, and then we
mm.
had Hold On, totally separate. And when we came to master the album and you know put all the songs in order and all that stuff on the album and master it, they had put those two things together, and I was like, ah! It was terrible to me.
Wow.
But after a while, I was like, oh my God, this is so genius. But that's because for months I had heard them totally separate.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, it's like all I heard was, yeah, you know what I mean? And then the beat kicked in, and a totally separate song later. I was like, whoa, this isn't going to work, you guys. But they knew what they were doing. Denny and Tommy knew that. They knew that much. They knew that was smart, very smart.
I think seeing the video and hearing it,
Oh,
because I hadn't grown up listening to the Jones Girls. I've
mm-hmm.
just interviewed Shirley Jones.
Shirley.
I just
Yeah,
interviewed a couple of weeks ago, so I
I
hadn't grown
love
up
her.
listening to them or the Clark sisters. So for me, hearing the a cappella, then the beat.
Mm-hmm.
It was like mind blowing and stuff, and
Yeah,
that
thank
would
you.
yeah. That was one of my first albums that I actually bought. I still, when I look at the cover, it takes me back to back. I bought that and Tony's Revival, and it's like
Wow.
so I have
Wow.
memories of that, and I think that really cemented you guys as being very different because it was not it was and I didn't grow up with the Supreme, so it was like classy. It was different
Mhm.
from Ex-Girlfriend or any of the other girl groups out there. It was
Yeah.
beauty, it was elegance, it
Well,
was
we were
vocals, everything.
exactly. Thank you, Namdi. We were the first girl group of the 80s, of the 90s, I'm sorry, 1990s. So, um, we it was like it took off like a rocket because it was so different and it was so dope. It was just Cindy said one time in an interview, she said it was like Denny and Tommy had lightning in a bottle, and it was that. We
Mm,
were so different
mm.
than all the 80s girl groups, and really there weren't a lot of black R&B groups in the 80s
Yeah, yeah,
in
we
America
noticed. Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. Mm,
Yeah, it was just Expose, Cover Girls, which I love. Sweet Sensation, all these groups, but there were no black groups in the 80s in America. So yeah, we were the first on the scene, and boy, did it take off. We were so shocked and just wow, like the world loves what we're doing, but it was so dope, so different. I just wish they would have, again, that they would have protected us. Denny wouldn't be having any problems with us over the years. We should have had, our success should have been so much financially as big as the success that we had on the charts. You know what I mean? If we're
yeah.
going to sell millions of records, then we need to have millions of dollars to follow that up, just like everyone else around us.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. I don't understand why the greed, I guess, greed or,
Yeah, yeah. Well, in one case,
you know,
because since I when I interviewed you, you were probably my fifth guest. I
oh,
think
whoa.
200.
Oh, I didn't
I've
realize
had close to 200 guests since then,
you're
and
such a great interviewer. You know what I mean? You're a great journalist, I guess it would be. What would you title yourself?
um, a music fan who just
You're more than a fan, though, Namdi.
yeah, no, I'm
Like you,
sorry.
you were so easy to talk to, and so you know what I mean. I thought you had been doing it for a while, so that's amazing. Kudos,
No,
kudos to you.
no,
Yeah, bravo.
my day job as a therapist probably helps me just to be able to
Oh,
to
yeah,
go through.
exactly. Yeah.
But I think what I after 200 guests subsequently and
Hmm.
hearing about how when money comes in, people then, things that you don't know about yourself show up where everyone's
Yeah.
protecting themselves. And I just think that no one looks after anyone else. They look after themselves first and then their grandkids, and then it's like, okay, let me see what's left. And so,
And
yeah.
it's really sad because those people would not have had that money had it not been. I mean, the whole world works for a boss who makes the majority of the money, even though most people are doing the majority of the work.
Yeah.
So I don't care what job you work, what 9 to 5 you have, your boss is always going to make more money than you. But in this case, it's like drastically. You mean to tell me that all the millions of records we sold and you can't make sure that we make at least $1? I remember Left Eye did an interview, that famous interview with
Yeah,
her saying,
yeah,
boys and girls, get a pen and paper. I'm going to
yeah.
tell you how a group of our stature goes
Mm.
from making, selling millions of records to making $1.14 a record. I was like, $1.14? I'll take it. Like, really, really seriously, like, we're only getting 2 pennies. She would have been postal. If she was in our group, she would have been postal. Like, Left Eye would not have tolerated it. And I always say, if she was in our group, her and I would have went to the record company like, tear the contract up. It's got, yeah, we need a better situation here because this is not okay. And
And that's what they did,
you,
though.
they did do that. They sure did.
But yeah,
Yeah.
and
Because her
yeah.
girls had her back. They were smart enough to say what we're making is not nearly what we deserve. We deserve more. And I love T-Boz and Chili did that with her. That's what we should have done, but it was never that. Even now, I'm sorry, but I got to bring it up with the Rhona situation. It shows you exactly what happened to me happened to all of the people. Like so after it happened to me, it happened to Maxine, and then it happened to Amanda. I think Amanda came in and replaced Maxine. And then they did it to Amanda. Maxine came back, which was stupid. I wouldn't have done it. And then they did it to me again because I went back to the group. But I'm like, I only went back because if the terms are different and the situation is different and they're ready to do work, it's our 20-year anniversary. I think it was 2009 and 10. That's when I went back to the group, and I'm like, okay, hey, there's deals on the table. I think it was Sony Records and Warner Brothers, and they took and Roughtown. Jesus. And they chose the Roughtown deal. And again, I'm like, okay, I'm out. I can't do Roughtown is stupid. Like, this deal makes no sense.
Mm.
It was just, I can't act like I can't be sensible and look at this contract and say I'm going to sign it. It was ridiculous. Like, no way, I'm not signing this contract. And sure enough, a month later, Maxine sends me an email. Hey, Dawn, you were absolutely right. This Roughtown deal is crap, and we'll probably have to sue Renee to get out. I still have that email to this day. Like, Maxine, I told you guys, like, I'm one person. You guys are three. And the three of you couldn't be as smart as this one person by myself. Like, it makes no sense. You guys, look, come on. Yeah, and they ended up signing that, and then they got out of that deal. I think he was going to sue them. I'm not sure if they got sued or not. And then they sued Maxine. Sydney and Terry sued Maxine. And now how they're doing Rhona is the same exact way. It's like,
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between.
For even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay, you're okay.
They don't understand what Jonas boys are winning all spirits.
Play it.
And all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.